Hey friends, welcome back to Live. I'm Nick. All right, what's up? Hey Fuzzy, he's back for more pain. Yeah, basically got all done with Kubernetes the hard way. Uh, Today I was actually going to look at some OTEL stuff, which I thought might be interesting. Let me just start up my music here. Let's do some lo-fi today. Except it's playing on my speakers. So hold on a sec. Would help if I turned on my headphones. That's probably better. All right, so let's see here. Let's connect that up. Boom. Cool. Should be good now. Come on, headphones. I'm waiting for that little beep. Bluetooth connected. Thank you. Thanks, man. I don't know. I mean, I think the thing I'm still confused about is how I got tripped up on the authorized keys because, like, I feel like I literally did the same thing twice and it worked the first time, and then I come back and then it just wasn't. But I know you said something about them maybe being ephemeral in the VM, but anyways, um, all good, all good. I should say, hey, let's say hi to the Lego friends and the mini PC. I got a new Lego person in there that I was cleaning my office. It's a dude with a bow and an arrow, and I think it's from a Lord of the Rings. I don't know. I just saw these little pieces, and that the Flash, I forget where I got that from. The Darth Vader I got from CubeCon, but I've just switched the heads. But I'm trying to remember which booth at CubeCon was giving out the Lego people, but it was near where the Pomerium booth was set up. But anyways, all right. So as always, if you want to see what I'm up to upcoming, you can check out Live. And yeah, so looking at a couple things here today. So let me switch to my screen. Yeah, KubeCon was good, man. Why is my screen not changing? There we go. Okay. Yeah, KubeCon was good. It was my first one. So it was a little overwhelming, but in a good way. I mean, met a lot of people. First time I'm like really working a booth too, so it was good meeting a lot of people, but definitely working a booth most of the day can be draining. But yeah, no, had some great conversations and also got to see like my old CEO and buddy B Dougie. Got to meet Marino, who I've met once before, fellow Canadian. He's in Ontario. I met him at what was it called? DevX Con. What? Refactored DX 2023. That's where I first met him. But yeah, it was interesting because like I'm coming from the app slash web dev space, so it's a whole new community for me, which excited about. Oh, where was that posted? Anyways, I won't look right now. But anyways, but yeah, it was just oh, just now. Okay, cool. All good, all good, all good. Uh, that doesn't change anything for me. We're still buddies. Um, but yeah, it was just sorry, my chair's stuck. It's just a new community for me. One word. Okay. Um, I'll check that out after. But yeah, it's a new community for me. So like, which I'm not intimidated by. It's just I wanted to meet people in the community there, and it's pretty wild. I got to last day at KubeCon. I met Abdel, who's one of the DevRel over at Google. He runs the Kubernetes podcast. I met him at All Things Open last fall. Just chatted a bit and we connected. And I saw him last day at KubeCon, and I was like, I literally just wanted to go over and say, "Hey, how's it going?" Just say hello. And he's like, "Oh, how's your KubeCon going?" I'm like, uh, "Oh, it's my first one. It's pretty intense." He's like, "Your first one? What?" So like he's like, "You got to come on the live stream." So I ended up on the Kubernetes podcast live stream as a cool way to wrap up KubeCon, which I don't know, that's pretty cool. Um, cool. So hope you're doing okay today, Fuzzy. Yeah, so I was looking at a couple things here. So Dino's got open telemetry, it's experimental. I was thinking of just spinning up something here. Just like start a web server, spin out something and see what it spits out. Lots of beards and a lot of specs and lots of brain power. Okay, yeah. So BSB, beards, specs, and brain. Cool, cool, cool. Anyways, uh, so the other thing I was gonna say is, so like, uh, you know, a little shout out to work, but we had a version 0.29 release that coincided with KubeCon, and one of the things is we have open telemetry tracing support now. We had tracing before, but the thing was, yeah, you down with BSB, you know me. Um, the thing is, before we were using open consensus, and I'm trying to remember what the other project was. It's escaping me. Yeah. So open consensus, and what else was it? Hold on a sec. Yeah, we used open. Sorry, not open consensus. Open census. Uh, it been deprecated for a while, and open census and the other project is escaping me. But those two merged to create uh, OTEL. Um, so the other thing was Envoy had been using Open Census as well, but it's deprecated there too. So Envoy has OTEL support. So we put in OTEL support, and basically we can kind of get the full observability of the request now. So here it is in like Jaeger. Um, so I was thinking, why don't we just write a small app in Dino, which has OTEL, feed it into that same endpoint, and I just kind of want to see what it looks like. Basically, is what I was gonna do. So I'm gonna do this on my local right now because we do have actually. Before we do that, just to kind of recap, we finished the Kubernetes the hard way last week, but also I added some routes to my whatchamacallit, home lab. So if we take a peek here, and there's a UI bug in Pomerium 0, that's a known issue that's got to get sorted. But hotel, motel, Holiday Inn, yeah, cool. So I think I've shown this before, but like, so I have basically I am authorized. That's some UI bug, but so I have my own kind of chat Jupiter here. That's one thing. I also wired up N8N for automation, so um, I can log in here, and now I have my own like automation that's secured behind Pomerium, and obviously showing Pomerium some love because I work there. But it's also like this is actually super useful for me as a home lab. I've got my router there. AdGuard I'm working on. Also set up Guacamole, and this is something in the Guacamole docs. You have to go to this URL instead. Uh, but basically, I can log in, and I'm just kind of messing around with some stuff there. So, anyways, that's just some stuff I've been working on. But anyways, and there's also like, if you haven't seen this, we have a one of the things as part of that release of Primarium was you can also get like a nice page that shows you your routes. So you can get like this page here, and you can kind of see. Not all of them have a nice icon, because but the ones that are known or that can get crawled to load it. But this is kind of like a nice landing page if you're using Primarium. So you can just like send this to somebody, and then they can see all the ones they have access to. Uh, so this isn't literally all the routes; it's only the ones you have access to, and that's something important to note. But anyways, let's get back to here and let's take a look at the Dino stuff first. Or actually, let's get Pomerium up on my local machine. So I have it all scripted. So let's just get this loaded up and let's go to dev work, not cork, work, pom scripts. All right. It's just a little shell script that and some Docker composing. So let's just start this. So basically it just loads up stuff I need and give that a second, just waiting for Postgres to come up. This is gonna bootstrap my whole developer environment for Pomerium. So like if you're working in the code base, I'm loading it straight from source code. Um, and I just have to do this. There's a not bug, but there's something I need to do when locally. It doesn't always start up right away, and it's something in the Premium Enterprise console, but it's more, I think, me just doing a health check before starting up something. But anyways, Pomerium's up and running here. So if we go to verify.localhost, okay, let me log in. I'm using, oh, whoops, that's right. That is totally right. I'm logging in with Google. What am I doing? Uh, Pomerium. Okay, so I'm in there. That's cool. And did I secure Jaeger here? I think I did. Yeah, I did. All right, cool. So there's Jaeger. We can see this is just regular Pomerium stuff. So I can say find traces and let's say max duration. Let's do 5 seconds. I don't know. And we can just kind of go through here and drill down and see what's going on. Um, so that's just everything running in Pomerium. And that was pretty quick to get set up. Uh, let's look at N8 and localhost. Yeah, that's up and running too. So anyways, that's just my quick way to get bootstrapped. Super handy. I'm gonna actually tweak that script a bit because like I know some coworkers and marketing, it would be super helpful. Just gonna go check Slack real quick. Cool. Just gotta check something. Work Slack. Say remind me about that in about an hour. Hey, you got auto modded fuzzy. Oh, because you swore. Whatever. It's all good. Um, cool, cool. Where's the chat gone? There we go. Cool. Just check a couple things. Whoa, lots of sorry, got a lot of notifications in LinkedIn. Okay. All right. Let's get back to here. Let me zoom this in. So this is the Dino docs. Um, so they have experimental, it's yeah, unstable OTEL. So basically you can create spans and stuff, and let's just kind of do all that. So let's see here. Yeah, so import. So okay, so they're using Open Telemetry API, and so they're just creating two routes here and then handle book route, sure. So otherwise it doesn't find it. Okay, so we can just fake a page here. You get molded all the time. You're gonna be an outstanding citizen once Nightbot has its way with you. There's a couple things to note here, like forget OTEL for a sec. Just super easy to start up a web server in Dino here. I know Bun's pretty easy too and stuff, and probably Node too. I haven't looked at Node at a while in terms of just serving up a web server, but it's pretty easy too. Yeah, so we can see here. So yeah, so we're importing trace, and in there we're gonna get a span, and then we can set some attributes and like a name, and then we can keep the same name and stuff, and that's just changing it based on the route and the request. Nothing like really big. Let's see what else they talking about here. So the following metrics are automatically collected and exported. Okay, so you get some stuff there. A histogram of this metric is recorded with the following attributes. Okay, cool. And then the gauge of the number of active requests. Okay, so there's a bunch of stuff here. All right, interesting. So the logs are automatically collected and exported. Any logs created with console.star methods, such as console log and console.error. Any logs created by the Deno runtime, such as debug logs, downloading, and similar. Okay, and then console auto instrumentation can be configured using the OTEL Deno console. So, okay, so let's look at a few things here. Okay, all right, so let's just go create a small app here. Let's go back to where is it here? Copy that. Let's been in Windsurf lately. I've been flip flopping between VS Code, which just rebranded as the AI editor now. It's no longer an IDE. I've been using Cursor too. I don't know. It just varies. Okay, cool. All right. Nothing is on fire. That's good. Nothing's ever really on fire, anyways, at least for me. But okay, let's create a new project. So let me zoom in here. Let's get rid of the sidebar. We're in dev. Let's go to OSS and let's just do make dir. Um, let's just call it OTEL Palooza. All right, let's open that. So OTEL Palooza. That's just gonna open back up in here. Should only be one. Yeah. Okay. All right. We got nothing in here. So let's create an index TS. So let's just say wind. In wind is just an alias I have for windsurf, and it opens it up in the same window. Okay. Index dot TS. Cool. Let's paste that in. Okay. Need to install that. So let's see here. Let's do a git init. Let's do a npx git ignore add node. Cool. Let's see what else. There's no git ignore for node available project types found by running. There is definitely one for node because it just created it, unless it changed. Git ignore. Oh, it's empty. Interesting. This used to work, or maybe it's changed now. Let's take a peek. This is just a handy little thing that I use all the time if I'm not using like a framework or something. If K8s is done right, then it's like having unrenowned fire suppression system baked in. Cool. Yeah, I'm still gonna be doing some K8s. I'm just doing a this little side quest today because I fly out to San Francisco tomorrow. So that said, there won't be any live streams the rest of the week. So, and I was off yesterday because of Canadian holiday. Okay, so npx. Um, I was gonna say, yeah, git ignore types. So what did it change to? Is it no longer node? It's there. Oh, are you serious? I have to use a capital? I never had to do that before. Sure. Cool. Interesting that it's case sensitive now. All right, let's do npx. Let's see. I haven't bootstrapped a brand new Deno project for web, but like I could have sworn it picks up the types and everything already. But oh, I don't have the Deno extension on it. That's why probably Deno is on my work computer. So let's install that. Trust publisher and install. Let's close that. All right. And let's see. Control. Well, that should work anyways. Like let's forget the types, but let's do this. Let's do npm install. Cool. And let's just try running this and I just got to see what flags I'm supposed to run it with. Give me 2 seconds here. Where was it? Boom. Okay. There. That's good. And how do we run it again? It's up top, I think. Let's see here. Quick start. Yeah, okay. There we go. So let's just do this. Boom. And let's do index ts. Oh, sorry. This is my work computer. I don't even have Deno installed. So uh cargo install Deno. It's not that I don't like Deno. This is just my work machine and I've never run Deno on this one. Cool. Let's see. Deno. Really? What else do I have to do? Or wait. Oh, it failed. To compile Deno. Intermediate artists we found at boom. All right. You know what? I'm just not going to worry about it that way. Let's do brew install Deno, I believe. There we go. Let that happen. Let the magic happen. Okay. Boom, boom. Let's close that. Okay. Deno. There we go. Cool. All right. Let's try that again. Okay. Deno request net access. Yes. Allow. Cool. Is it running now? Let's see. It should be unrecognized option, really? A capital A? Okay, Dino serve uncaught address in use. Oh, yeah, something is running on 8080. That is true. Hey, how's it going, Learner 0418? Good to see you. If you're just joining us, just doing some OTEL stuff this morning. Let's change the port. Ba, ba, ba. Okay, let's do Dino attach. No, where is it? Enable. Yeah, I need. No, I don't need a Dino.json. I'm using a package.json. Okay. Okay. What? How do I change the port? Let's see here. I think here. Okay. Is there port options? Dino. Oh yeah. Okay, that seems okay. Let's do. I don't know. Let's do. I don't know. Um, 34, 34. Sure. Why not? All right. No overload. Okay, I'm not gonna worry about that error. Okay, close that. Let's try this again. Okay, now it's running on port 8000. Really? Did I not set it? Well, let's try port 8000. Do I have no, something is running on there. Um, okay. I can't believe I can't figure out how to set the port here or why it's not picking it up. Let's go to definition. We got a handler. Okay. Dino set Dino.serve port. Oh, just pass it as a flag, I guess. Yeah, that's true. Um, start of server define and server.ts. Yeah, okay. That makes sense. So I don't need this. It's not like in the TypeScript type right now, which is kind of interesting because like the rest is there. The open telemetry package is definitely installed because it's in the, oh, interesting. Did it not do it? Ba, ba, ba. Could have sworn that ran. Okay. Why don't I see it? Oh, I'm silly. No, it's really not there. Why is it not doing that? Uh, oh, I am so silly. NPM init might help. Okay. Yes. 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 Boom. 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 Okay. Let's try that again. That makes a little more sense. Okay. That's good there. And let's do this. Uh, I'm running it. I guess I could serve it. But how do you do it with Deno serve though? Like I should be able to specify this. Does this return four overloads? Yeah. What do I have running on 8,000 right now? Oh yeah, orb stack. Okay, yeah, it's one of my apps in my Pomerium in one of my Docker. It's in my Docker Compose. So okay, spans. Yes, I get that. Okay, async, no overload matches. I find it interesting that it's not picking it up. It's been a while. Okay, let's go to Chat Jupiter. In Dino, do I need to specify? I don't think I need to specify a TS config out of the box. It's been a while. I mean, it makes sense. Yeah, you don't need to. That's what I thought. Yeah, I don't want to override anything. Okay, now I have a script running. Let me zoom this in. Dino.serve via. I'm just a little out of Dino practice here. Cool. Let's see here. How do I change the port? I'm guessing you can pass it in as a environment variable, but yeah. But where do you? Oh, okay. It's the first argument. I had it reversed. It's weird that the types aren't picking it up. So like if I do this, there we go. Let's see if that does it. We will see. Span is possibly undefined. That's true. But let's see here. Well, I'm going to assume it is. So let's just do this. That's good old TypeScript. Okay, Dino server. It's saying that that one isn't right either, but let's see. Okay, it is right. I don't know why the types for Dino are giving me the wrong ones, but okay, so we got something running here. Open. Let's go to localhost. Internal server error. Sure. Cool. Um, what is it not liking? We've passed everything. Okay. Return value from server handler must be response or promise. Okay. That's what it's complaining about. Really? Boo boo. Return value from handler must be a response or a promise resolving to a response. Okay, so that it's because I'm not handling the route. Okay, cool. Return new response. Sure. Good to see internal server error. That makes sense. Hey, roasted DB, roasted B. Hey, what's up? How you doing, Dylan? Good to see you, man. Did I just get raided? I was in the thick of things. Where did my chat go? Chat has left the building. Close that. Yeah, I lost my chat. There we go. Cool. Yes, I did get rated. Thank you. And now I understand the nice. Cool. Good to see you, Dylan. Hope you're doing well. How'd your zero downtime go for your that feature you're working on, or is that still in progress? And thank you for the rate, everybody. Appreciate it. Yeah, so just a quick heads up. Oh yeah, I'm assuming, bro. It's been intense. DNS store. Yeah. Yeah, you're on the domains team over at. I can't remember. Are you're leading the domains team over at Vercel? You Nightbot, man. I gotta kill Nightbot. I migrated the Vercel app and now .sh DNS zones. Wow. That's right. Like people don't, well, I guess people newer to the field aren't aware of now.sh or Zeit, the name of Vercel prior to Vercel. So there was like I remember when it came out, it's pretty cool stuff when Zeit dropped. Well, get wrecked, Dylan. Yeah. No, but that's probably a big thing. Uh now.sh, you know, DNS man, pour one out for you. Glad it went well, or it sounds like it went well. Intense maybe, but you got this. I'm sure there's some effect code in there, so I'm sure it went fine. So nice, good to hear, man. Cool, cool. Yeah, so I got a little sidetracked there because I lost my chat for a second, but just messing around with some OTEL stuff here. So like, I don't know if you're aware, Dylan, but pretty sure it didn't. G might have murdered me. Yeah, I'd like to report a murder. Um, yeah, I'm just looking at some OTEL stuff. So like, I'm not sure if you're aware, Dylan, but I work at this new place now called Pomerium, and doing dev advocacy over there, but it's a pretty technical product, so I'm enjoying it in terms of like I still, even though I'm not shipping production code, I have to get into the weeds and I'm in all the dev syncs and stuff, so it's pretty cool. But yeah, we released OTEL support. We had I'll rephrase it. We definitely had tracing before. It's like let me just drop this bad boy in the chat here. But basically we were using open census before, which has been deprecated for a while, and I'm trying to remember what the other project is. It's open census and something else became open telemetry. So basically for us in this release, for folks not familiar with Pomerium, because I know a bunch of you just joined here, but we're basically an identity aware proxy. So it's based on zero trust security principles. And like, basically all the requests go through us. There is like a policy engine. It's like real time verifying all the time. It's you host it at your network edge, basically. So that's why there's not really any latency. There is some, but like honestly, it is like negligible. But basically, Envoy, which is what we use under the hood, they were using open census too, and that got deprecated a while ago. And yeah, more people do need to learn and use it. Yeah, for sure. It's for sure. Yeah, that's the thing. Like like logs are super helpful. It's I'm saying the obvious, I know, but anyways, but yeah, so we use Envoy under the hood, and Envoy deprecated open census a while ago. So in our .29 release, we're using Envoy with their OTEL now, and then we have OTEL support. So basically, you can get a view of like the entire request. So like here, for example, this is in Jaeger, but you can use whatever. So basically you get like a full trace of what's going on. And so I'm heading to San Francisco tomorrow, and I was doing Kubernetes the hard way last week. So I'm just doing this kind of like one off, just digging into this. And I saw that Deno has its own tracing now built in. It's experimental still, but if folks want to check that out. So I was like, cool, cool. Great to hear it went well. Um, yeah, so Dino's got this experimental or unstable. It always sounds funny when people call the features unstable, but they've got OTEL support. So I was like, why don't we just make a small Deno app, run that, and then secure it with Pomerium, and then see what we get in Jaeger. So I was here, and I got to restart this actually. Curious what everybody's using for editors these days. I've been flip flopping between VS Code, Agent Mode, Cursor, and Windsurf. So it's a mixed bag, but I don't know. I think Cursor, at least for like, I find for UI development, Cursor's pretty solid still. Windsurf is pretty good too, though. VS Code's playing catch up because they had to. So I think it's good that these other two are pushing it. I don't know what'll end up winning or if they all win, but they're definitely helpful. So yeah, I'm just gonna start this up again, and this should be okay now because I'm returning requests responses now. Sorry, it wasn't a second ago. I still don't know why it's complaining. This is like the Deno types are complaining, even though it has no await okay, sure. Am I returning promises, response? You know what? We could just axe the async, I guess. There we go. No, it still doesn't like that. Anyways, I'm not going to worry about that TypeScript error because this is actually functioning. But yeah, basically we have these routes I'm returning now. So I'm just returning a 200, and honestly, it's literally the same thing, but let's just do that. That auto saved. Cool. Yes. Okay, so it should be running now. Okay, cool. So there's nothing fancy here going on. So that's localhost 3434. So let's just go into my config for Pomerium. Uh, Palm scripts config. Okay. Uh, we've got that running. I just need to go to my config YAML. Okay. Now I'm using the open core version here. So like Pomerium is open core. For folks that aren't aware, there is enterprise, and we also have another version called Pomerium Zero, which I've been using for securing my home lab. Obviously, I'm dog fooding the product, but it is pretty solid actually. And uh, not to sound salesy, but like with the Pomerium Zero, it's really the easiest way to get up and running with Pomerium, and you get 10 routes. So like that's pretty solid for a home lab. But if you want more than 10 routes, you can either pay for it, or like, people doing home labs with more than that will typically use the open core, which is what I have here. So I'm just going to add another route here. And basically, uh, if you haven't seen this before, so basically, like I was saying, Pomerium is an identity aware proxy. So it's basically, these are routes that you access the thing. There's an SSH one too, which I'm not going to show right now, but basically this is like the URL that you're actually hitting. So we say routes, but if you're coming from like, because I've typically been an application developer, like web dev, and where did my OBS go now? Are you kidding me? OBS. Okay, it's still there. Whew. I don't know where it was hiding. Got too many desktops open on Mac OS. But yeah, basically, if you're coming from app dev land, because like this is my kind of first foray into like platform engineering slash security. Uh, kind kind of a lie. I worked at McAfee for a while, working on their password browser extension, but that was really front end stuff. So bit of taste of security, and I did have to maintain a custom SSO implementation at one point, but aside from that, haven't really been in this space. So, when we hear routes like coming from front end LAN, that's usually like okay slash API or whatever. Here, the context of routes is really these are separate apps, and in zero trust security, you want micro segmentation. So basically, like if this app gets affected, it doesn't affect the other, but you still have this uniform security posture. So like through policies and stuff. So the policies I have here right now is basically just it's here in YAML, but there's UI for this too if you want in the other versions. But essentially I'm saying allow anybody with the pomerium.com domain or the localhost.pomerium.io domain. So that's that. Like I was saying, I'm just gonna create a new route here. So let's just do this and boom. And we'll just call this Dino for now, I guess. And we'll change this to port 34 or 34. And yes, that's good. Okay, that looks good. So the thing is, like, you typically will secure this on your internal, like, you secure stuff that's on your internal network. It's a little different right now because, like, my local host is the internal network, and that's I'm also using Pomerium. So I can still access localhost here and stuff or like via an IP. But when you have Pomerium at your network edge, like the outside has no knowledge of your internal apps. It always has to get proxied through. So, anyways, I keep losing my OBS today. I'm gonna find it again and I'm gonna put it on its own screen because I keep losing it. Where is it? Okay. Oh, okay. It got pulled out. It's not on its own desktop. That's why. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, cool. And let's just check here. Cool. All right, we are back. All right. So let me get back to my config here. So we have this new route now. So I should be able to hit that. So if I come here, you can see this is secured now. And just to show you like kind of what you can do in real time. So I'm editing this manually, but you could have dynamic policies and stuff, but I'm just going to change it to the domain is pomerium.co. And of course, windsurf is like, let me do something else, but let's just do that. Going to refresh it. And now I'm forbidden. So that's how quickly you can change the policy and stuff. Let's just refresh this. So we've secured this. It's in my localhost Pomerium. There's tracing there. Let's go and look at Jaeger. I'm not sure if it's going to even show up in here yet. Let's see here. Dino. Cool. Let me zoom this in. And let's go back to the Dino app. And let's go Dino dot localhost. Okay, so that ran. Okay, I can close this for now because I got my route configured now. Okay, what's going on here? List. Oh, I didn't configure the endpoint. That's why. So what we can do here is, what is my endpoint actually? Let's go back in here. Uh, it should be 4318, I believe. Uh, let me take this off screen for a sec because I've got some, well, it's only my local development, but I've got some secure stuff in there, which doesn't matter. I can reset it because it's only local dev, but let me get the OTEL endpoint. Where'd you go, OTEL? Okay, yeah. So yeah, port 4317. That's good. Cool. And I'm gonna need to just comment that for a second. Let's do there. All right. And let's go back to that Dino doc. Do, 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 do. Let's do endpoint. Oh, not in the right one. Okay, there. Endpoint. Okay. Where do you set it? Port. Yeah, no, that's Grafana running. That's not what I want. I want to know where I wire it up. Endpoint, auto instrumentation, boom. Okay, configuration, OTEL, exporter, OTLP endpoint. Cool, that's what I wanted. And let's come back here and let's just stop this. Clear. And let's just add this here. And I'm using this one. Let's put it back here. Okay, yes. All right, so now we've got that running and it should have the OTEL endpoint wired up. So let's just see what we got here now. Let's go back to Jaeger. Okay. Okay, that's okay right now. Now let's come here and let's actually just close this and let's go to Deno dot localhost. Okay, so that's there. Now if I refresh this, I should have something new yet. Not yet. No. Okay, why is it not picking it up? Oh, wait, maybe I have it in the console. I have it set differently. Let's go check uh tracing OTL. No, that's right. Okay. Wonder why Dino's not feeding to that. That is good. Yeah, that's right. No, that's gRPC, I believe. Okay. No, my tracing is working in Pomerium. I'm just wondering why it's not getting picked up with Dino. Endpoint there. Okay. Oh, what's this error? Export reason, other type legacy failed during the export process. Okay, interesting. Let's do this and let's add a dash dash watch there. Oh yeah, I'm just gonna add allow net because I'm tired of saying yes. All right, that's running. And if I make a change, yeah, okay, restarting. Cool. Nice. Okay. Now we can just have watch mode, but why is it not like in the span here? Attach. Still can't do Dino attach, eh? Okay. All right. So why is it not liking it when I come to this guy? Seems okay there. Okay. Span error. Interesting. Going to see what you gonna say. Windsurf. Dino's unstable. OTEL support is throwing. There's some okay, sure. Yes, help me investigate. Help investigate. Cool. Alright, yeah, okay, thank you. Let me just go check something real quick here. Yeah, interesting. What is up? Okay, so let's see here. Let's just make this a little bigger, zoomed in so we can all read. Various things related to how the HTTP client in the OpenTelemetry exporter is configured. Ensure correct OpenTelemetry setup. Verify that the OTEL setup is correct, and yes, check exporter configuration. Make sure it's configured correctly. The error might be due to a misconfiguration in the exporter. Update the OTEL package, OpenTelemetry package. Yeah, okay. All right. Okay, makes sense. What is going on though? You know what? I'm gonna throw this over to. Well, let's try and install a newer version. So npm npm install. If I know how to type. Okay. can do MIT, but whatever. Okay, slightly newer. All right, let's run that. Okay, that seems to be okay now. So let's see here. Oh, no, still getting it, but let's see if Jaeger gives me anything. No. All right, so still got some issues. Error send request. Okay. That's a different error though, I believe. Different error with latest API. Oh, that's cool. My my feed literally just popped up with this. So I don't know if anybody wants to know about Copilot, creating a Copilot extension. Come hang at the JS Nation. Cool. That was a nice little surprise. Anyways, where are we at? Okay. This suggests the issue might not be directly related to the version of the Open Telemetry API, but potentially with how the exporter or the HTTP client is configured. Exporter config if using. Yeah, I already checked that. Network configuration. I'm allowing net. There's. Oh, you know what it is? Could be that we need to respect the headers. Let's do a test actually. Let's go to. Let's do this. Let's come back here. Actually, let's just boom, 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 boom. Let's close the side there for a sec. Let me get some space in here. Okay. Now, it could be because we're proxying, I just want to check with localhost 34, 34. Okay. And if I keep refreshing, okay, it still happens. So it's not that. I thought maybe we had to preserve the host headers. You have to do that sometimes when you're proxying, but it's not that. So interesting. Let's see here. Let's maybe just see if we can change something else here. This is literally the first time I'm using this OTEL feature in Deno. It is unstable, so but let's see here. Span HTTP route request method. Let's do this. Let's just comment out. Yes, 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 yes. Okay. Obviously, that's not gonna do any OTEL there now, but there's another option with Deno OTEL, where the console logs. There's a setting console dot. Okay, the following logs are automatically collected and exported. Do I have to do anything for that? I don't think so. So let's just do this. Let's just add a console.log or yeah, console.log. Uh, book, yes. Book route. Let's do this. So just to reiterate, like, because I'm Jaeger's running. I got my OTEL endpoint working. It does work because I have it wired up to Pomerium. I use it all the time. But here, something's not playing nice in Dino land. So who knows why? Let's do this. Okay. Let's do this. I don't know. 404. I'm just logging whatever right now. Okay. And then over here, let's do boom. Cool. Basically, we can probably just do this. We don't need it in all of them. That 404 is good. We don't need this here. And then let's just see here. Let's just log those and see. Return new book. Boom. All right. I want to see if it actually complains with this. So let's do it from here. Okay, so there's something with Deno, I think Deno, where it's just not liking it. Now, I'm not even using anything else here. Let's see. I wonder, I guess the struggle is real this morning, but that's fine. It's always actually kind of nice when things aren't working because it just makes it more interesting. Let's see here. Ba, 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 ba. Okay, so we're getting that regardless. I'm gonna go over to Chat Jupiter anyways. Let's come here and let's just go to Chat Jupiter. I get this error in Deno.serve using their unstable OTEL support. And let's do this. Let's see. Wait. This is the source code. Let's just copy that. We'll put the URL to the Deno support for OTEL, which is here. Boom. And this is how I start the server. And the OTLP endpoint is up and works. Let's come back here. Let's bring this up. All right, boom. Maybe I missed something, but I don't think I did. But let's see here. Malform or unexpected response from the OTL endpoint. Oh, you know what it is? Mine is gRPC, so I need to. Oh, I do need to enable the. Okay, it's me. so so Pomerium's configured to use gRPC. That's the port 4317. So I need to get the port 4318 going to. That's exactly what it is. Okay, so let's come back here and change that to an 8. Let's close this for a second and let's just kind of undo, 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 boom, boom, boom. It's always, it's the code. No, it's me. Okay. That's just, I even said it was gRPC before. Cool. Let's save that and let's bring this there. So we're gonna start that up in a second, but let me go and bring back my project. One sec here. Okay, nothing's going on in there. Cool. All right, let's open up another windsurf and let's go back to my Palm scripts. Okay, and yeah, uh, that's okay there. Okay, sorry, that's not what I need to change. I need to go to my Docker Compose and all right, there's Jaeger. Cool. Enable HTTP for Jaeger via port 4318. That is 100% exactly what the issue is. Okay, that's good. Accept. Okay. Yeah, okay, that's good. Okay, so let's just leave that open for now. Let me put this over here. Okay, and now let's go back over to Ghosty. And let's just do a new tab and let's do Docker PS. All right, and where's my Jaeger Docker compose restart? I think I can do individual one. Okay. It's not. Oh, it's because of my script. Okay, let me just tear it all down and tear it back up. Control C, exit. Still got to clean this up a bit, but okay, let's start this back up. So this is just a script I have to allow me to work with Pomerium locally, just bootstrapping stuff up real quick. Initially, I was doing this manually and then start and stopping, and it was just really annoying. So, when things get annoying, you automate. Cool. There we go. Okay, that's up and running. Let's check ports. Yeah, 4318. Okay, that is running in orb stack. I'm using that instead of Docker for desktop. Okay, and let's just go back to where were we? Here. Let's try this. I probably could have just curled this, but okay, that's fine, but it's running. Okay, I think that should fix the issue. Let's start this up. Cool. We got a party. Havarti's a party. Cheddar makes it better. Okay. So just to reiterate the change I just made. So Pomerium does a lot of intercommunication through gRPC, and the OTEL endpoint in Pomerium is set to port 4317, which is gRPC. And Jaeger also can run on HTTP. So I just enabled that with port 4318. This is stuff out of the box with Jaeger. And I updated the OTEL endpoint to port 4318. It was previously 4317. And that was dying without error because it was trying to send something to gRPC. I'm pretty sure that's what the issue is. So let's do a test here. And if I refresh, don't let me down. Okay, seems good. So let's just go to the Deno one now. So this is the Pomerium secured route. No errors. Okay, moment of truth. Let's check out Jaeger here. Okay, it's got less unknown service. I'm guessing that's what that is. So find traces, unknown service get, and let's take a peek in there. Okay, yeah. So this is coming from Deno. So that's nice. So the cool thing is because it's all OTEL, you can see the Pomerium request with this as well. I'm pretty sure you should be able to see the whole thing. So let's go back here and let's go to, I guess, authorize, or let's see, Envoy maybe will show the full thing. Uh, let's do last 5 minutes. Okay, that is fine. Jaeger, Jaeger, Jaeger. There we go. So this is the nice. I'm gonna zoom down a bit because I really can't show enough. But essentially, so you get you're getting the request. This is the stuff going through Pomerium, and then at some point we should see, or maybe it's not in here. The Deno stuff. I might be looking at the wrong one. This is the control plane. Okay, no, maybe not there. But the good news is it is wired up. Let's do there. No. Let's see. Not Jaeger. Don't need the control plane, but let's see here. No, I don't need that stuff. Uh, let's see. Data broker. I'm glad I realized that that was a gRPC endpoint. Not there. No, I think it's there. Operation all. Let's do just get Deno and find all traces. So there's one. So there's the get. I thought it woulda maybe it doesn't throw it into here? I would have thought I could have squeezed the Dino stuff in here. Hold on a sec. Okay, and then tags there. This is the first time I'm popping in hotel stuff coming from somewhere else, but maybe yeah, like why isn't that? Don't need the data broker stuff. That's all control plane. No, it's not that. It's not that. Let's see here. I'm just gonna zoom out a bit because it's a little. I know you can't read it then, but it's just I need to drill down into it. Okay, cool. All right, just gonna go check socials real quick. What's that? Cool. Just checking out one thing over on socials. Got a lot of notifications on LinkedIn today. Let's see here. It's not there. I heard my old CEOs switch jobs, but just checking. Where we at? Well, I don't know where it is, but anyways, let's get back to it. So I'm wondering why this is the whole flow to get the request, but I would have thought the unknown service would have popped in. Let's see here. This is obviously the Dino thing. Yeah, so we got to get obviously. These are all the random books that it was generating, I believe, or what is this? Let's try and clean this up a bit. Let's do what are we actually outputting in here? We know it works now, so we're just doing book ID, HTTP route slash book ID. Let's see here. The span or the service in whatchamacallit, Jaeger is appearing as an unknown service. The other thing I'm wondering is because this isn't going through gRPC, maybe that's why it's not showing up. Set the service name. Okay. S- Set it. Set the service name as Dino demo. That sounds pretty good. In at index. So let's see what it's gonna do now. Whoa, that's a lot of stuff. What are you doing? Oh, Jaeger exporter, really? Okay. Oh wow, interesting. Okay, so I need this really? Okay, let's try this. Sure, accept changes. Do you need the node trace provider, the exporter? Okay, yeah, you do. Okay, so let's add a few things here. So do, do, do. Version one, like it says, sure. And then what else do we need? Cool. All right. Let's see here. What's it saying? It's deprecated. Okay, sure. Service name. Okay. Is it hallucinating? Let's see here. Exporter config. I'm just gonna be lazy here and vibe my way into it. Fix the Jaeger exporter typos, but that's fine. All right, what you doing now? If you need, okay, this is what I want to show. I'm being lazy and not looking up the types. Just gonna vibe code and chill while I drink some coffee and some water. Really? That's a lot of stuff. Yeah. Yes. Cool. Accept all. Sure. There we go. Boom. Okay. And let's do that. And let's close this. New resource. It's only a type. I'm like creating a mess here. Okay. Well, the one thing I'll say is the OTEL support in Deno is working, obviously. It's popping in a Jaeger. I'm just seeing if I can update the name instead of unknown service. And I feel like it's doing a lot of stuff here. Version mismatch. Okay, let's see what do we got for versions of stuff. Okay, one. Make sure these are all compatible. Just being lazy today. It'll be used. Okay, yeah, sure, cool. Okay, what's it saying here? Ensure all packages with the same major version. They are except for resources. Consult release notes, which is compatible with 1.3, but it might be beneficial to update to. It is the latest one, so let's see here. Yes, I'm just wreaking havoc in this simple demo. But to reiterate, um, Pomerium's telemetry was working because it just was like I use it all the time. But I forgot it was gRPC the endpoint for Pomerium, which is what I was using in Deno, which was not working because it was trying to post to the gRPC endpoint, but it needs the HTTP endpoint. So we added that back to Jaeger. It's port 4318, updated that in the script for the index.ts. And now I'm just vibe coding to say, get me things working so I have everything on the right version. And let's see what it says here. Yeah, it's lying. Some of these versions don't exist. Okay, wait. Okay, peer dependency. All right, let's do this. Yeah, we're gonna have to do peer dependence. What is it? Peer depths true. What's that thing in npmrc? I forget. Let's just bring this over here. Yes, I know it's a dependency conflict. Yes, legacy peer depths. Put legacy peer depths in .npmrc. Yes, I'm gonna accept all. All right. And there we go. Let's check .npmrc is there. Legacy peer depth true. Cool. All right. No matching version fat. Yeah, it's just making up shit here. Okay. Let's just do this. None of these exist. All right. Let's just do npm install latest of all those packages. Accept. Cool. All right, there we go. And let's come back, and we still got a whole mess over here, I think. All right, let's see what we got here. Okay, that's all good. This is really just configuring this. So new Jaeger exporter is deprecated. This is okay. All right, semantic resource, new simple span processor, and it takes an exporter. What about this? Exporter dot, no, that's not it. Register, new resource. Okay, that's good. Okay, provider, Deno demo. Okay, let's try it. Who knows? Okay, import. Okay, does not provide. All right, cool. Let's just get rid of that and let's see where we can find this. Nowhere. Okay. All right. Maybe I'm okay with just unknown service for now. The thing I was wondering is, okay, so let's just undo this whole mess here. Bum, bum, bum. There we go. Reject. Cool. There. And let's go back to package JSON. And all I had was this. And let's just clear. There we go. And let's do OTEL Deno watch. That's good. Okay, cool. We're back to where we are. Now this will run. So let's see here. Can we do last 5 minutes is the most we can do, I guess. Okay. So let's run here and let's spice up the page a bit. What are we actually returning here? Yeah, new response index. Okay, yeah, let's do marquee. Okay, yeah, I want to return it as HTML though. Uh, this has nothing to do with OTEL at the moment. I'm just trying to spice up the page. Whoops, there. Let's go here. Uh, Have the response return markup. Oh, I got to do text slash HTML. That's why. MIME type, right? It's MIME type, right? Yes, that's exactly what it is. Cool. Yeah, by default, it's text. Yes, this makes sense. Cool. All right. There we go. That's more exciting. Cool. All right. So that's good. Uh, Let's go back to, let's see if we can give some other information here. Let's close this and we can close the bottom because we know that's working. Okay, there's a route, span, update name. Let's just call it uh, set attribute and okay, we'll say Let's just, oh no, it's saying get book ID. Just gonna do Nick was here. Classic. Okay, and let's come back to this bad boy. Okay, let's go find traces, unknown service. Let's see here. All interesting. Why is it not picking up my new stuff yet? Did it die or something? No, that's all good. Yes, I know you restarted. That's fine. Uh, request method. Nick was here. Boom. Okay, that's there. Let's see here. Let's refresh. That's good. Last 5 minutes. Unknown service get. I could have sworn. Yeah, get. It's in there. Okay. This is what I want to look up. I don't know if it'll work, but Pomerium is using the gRPC endpoint. Can like so all that stuff will happen and then this will serve, and I'm just wondering if they can kind of like I was hoping to get basically this within the whole, like when you expand the spans. So I'm actually gonna look up Chat Jupiter. Let's say um using Jaeger, Pomerium uses the gRPC OTLP endpoint on port 4317, but I have a Deno app that uses the OTLP uh, HTTP exporter on port 4318. Can the data from port 4318 fit in the spans of data in port 4317? Could be a naive question, yes. Yeah, they're independent data streams, even if they share trace IDs, and they only fit together in the Jaeger way to fit the trace and span. I figured this was the case, but I was just looking. Okay, that's good. So not disappointing, but just more to learn, I guess. Okay, so open challenge. Yes, I know it supports two protocols. Both protocols can be used to send spans to the same open telemetry collector, and that collector can then export them to Jaeger. Yes. If Pomerium sends gRPC, the default, and your Deno app sends via HTTP, they both end up in the same. Okay, do they fit together? Only if they use the same trace ID. The follow correct parent child relationship. That's okay. That I get. Don't conflict. Okay. Um. Okay. So let's see here. How would Dino get the correct trace ID? Would Pomerium need to pass it through a header or something? Okay, yeah. So forward the trace context via HTTP headers. Okay. All right. So, okay, that makes sense. So, how do I configure my Pomerium route to do that? Here's the route in question. And let's go get it. Oh, it's over here already. Okay. Let me zoom out for a sec just so I can copy pasta. Okay, there we go. That's right. Boom. We don't need this one open. We need the chat Jipita back. Okay. Okay, yeah. Set request headers block. Okay, that makes sense. So we're setting some request headers, which makes sense. So to just explain again, Pomerium is an identity proxy. So all the requests are getting proxied through Pomerium. And then to the upstream, we're gonna set these request headers that the upstream is gonna get. And I gotta stretch real quick. Oof, that was good. Okay, so that makes sense. And then the request header dot get trace parent comes in. Okay, if no such header exists, nothing will be sent. The downstream, not upstream, can just start a new trace. Okay, so let's do this for first. And let's go back to, where was it? Here. And whoops, did not mean to do that. Meant to do this. Do. That's good. And this should be here. Oh, never mind. That's just wrapping. Okay, that's cool. That's going to restart. And now what we can do is, let's just see if it's working first. So let's come back here and let's just, you know what? I'm just going to get rid of all of this, and we're just going to have this route. Okay, I don't even need that. We don't even need this. We just really want to trace. So let's just do this. Doom, 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 doom. Ba, ba, ba. We don't even care about 404s right now. I'm just trying to wire up things. So let's do ba, 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 console.dir rec.headers. Okay, now let's just do this. Let's just open up let's do curl http deno dot, actually let's just do localhost 3434. Okay, there we go. Nothing there. I do need to do it through Pomerium to get those headers. Sorry, not exist. Exit. Okay, so let's do this. Let's come over here and let's go back to our Pomerium Deno. Okay, good old marquee. Okay, so now we're gonna get some headers. Okay, and so you're gonna see here we're getting trace parent and trace state. So that's good. So this is just showing how we're getting like the full request in Pomerium right now. Now we want to send this trace parent so that the Deno OTLP stuff can wire up properly. And again, this is not Deno specific. Just like any app. Okay, so let's do this. And okay, let's do a new one. Use the trace headers, and I'm gonna just go get my chat Jipita answer. Okay. Okay, that's good. Let's see here. Ba, ba, ba. Use the trace headers coming from uh, Pomerium, which is proxying to the Deno app so that I can get the full picture in. I'm spelling mistakes, but who cares? LLM's good with that. I can get the full picture in Jaeger. The terminal selection is an example of those headers. Cool. Okay, let's close this. Let's get some real estate. Let's see what it's going to do. All right. Okay. Trace parent, trace parent. Okay. I've updated and this will help you verify that they are already working. I want to wire up my span with that trace parent to get the whole request flow in Jaeger. Okay, this is what I wanted to do. Whether it's going to do it correctly or not, I don't know. Let's see here. Accept, 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 sure. Okay, so let's see what's going on here. So, okay, we don't need to, well, we can log those. We don't need to log those. We know they're there. Oh, interesting. Okay, context. Okay, let's get rid of this stuff. Well, we'll leave that there for now. So we're gonna get extract context, propagation.extract context.active request headers, get trace. Okay, sure. Maybe that'll work. Uh, okay, let's save that. Okay, that's restarting. Cool. Let's come back over here now and let's roll the dice. Okay. Oh yeah, are we just returning book now? What are we doing here? Hold on a sec. Oh yeah, we got to bring our marquee back. Uh, Books are awesome. And let's do a marquee. Yes, exactly. And let's do here. Exactly. Okay. There we go. And trace parents coming in. Okay, that's good. Moment of truth in here. Let's refresh and let's see what happens. Dino, I don't know if it's gonna work. Okay, that's the authorized. No, that's the control plane. No, we don't need that. Um, let's look at authorize and no, it's not that. Pomerium. No, where is it? Let's just see how it runs. Okay, did it get the right parent? I can't see here. Oh, no worries, Fuzzy man. Um, so just to yeah, kind of recap what I was doing, Fuzzy. So basically, let's close all that. So I got I got OTEL working in Deno. I mean, it was always working. The problem I ran into was I was initially using the gRPC endpoint, which is what Pomerium uses, and so then I switched. I updated my Docker compose for Jaeger to add port 4318, which is the HTTP endpoint, and that worked. The problem is there's a disconnect between like if we come back here to Jaeger now, it's called unknown service. I can give it a better name, but you can see here, this is the get requests, and those are coming in, and that seems fine. The thing I'm trying to do is get the trace parent from Pomerium. So the way I did that was basically in Pomerium, I'm setting some request headers, and I'm just passing the. So when you do the Pomerium proxy, it's a get request, and you can see that it's passing in. We've got like a trace parent and a trace state, and I'm passing those in as request headers to the Deno app, and the Deno app gets them. And now I'm just trying to see if I can just have this all come together. The thing though is there's like the authorized, for example, and if I look at where is it? Let's where is it? No, that's not what I wanted to look at. Oh, really? For even for the well, Pomerium's sending them as oh, I see what you mean. I should change them to X. So like this. Are you certain about that? Okay. Hold on a sec. I know a lot do pass X dash, but I'm not sure if Jaeger takes that because I'm getting them from the upstream from Pomerium, and it's passing it in as the trace parent. So I can try this, but let's come back here and okay, and let's do that. Deno, let's refresh. Okay, so oh, now it's returning him as actually that's wrong. Yeah, no, I had the right trace parent before, so let me just undo this. Let that restart. Okay, and let's come back here. Okay, now it's null. Nice. I clearly screwed up something when I undid this. Hold on a sec. There, trace parent, trace state. Okay. Oh, I know what it is. Sorry. It's because I didn't undo this. Hey, no, all good, Fuzzy. So if I refresh this, you'll see here, I get the trace parent and there's no trace state, but I have the parent, and basically I'm trying to uh, put the span in that extracted context, and then I'm get tracer default. Okay, and then I'm basically just setting some stuff here. I was trying to basically just do this here, but these aren't showing up. What do you mean pull request to Pomerium? Or do you mean like PR as in like good stuff for, like, showcasing Premiere. Yeah, no, like, the whole point was, like, I was just showing that you can wire it up. Oh, I see what you mean, the fact that you can forward the request headers maybe? Yeah, it's pretty cool. But I'm still wondering why if we come to Jaeger, and I gotta check work Slack real quick. Do, do, do. Just gotta check something real quick. Okay, what's this announcement? Okay, cool. Uh, all right, nothing burning down, which is good. Cool. Yeah. So, this is the first time I use Jaeger. Well, not today, but like I set up Pomerium to use that, but I haven't really used Jaeger itself. But that said, like I'm still wondering, like the span here should be okay. So like if we do, let's do this console.dir span maybe. Let's do that. Let's come over here. Okay, not much in the span. Okay, that's not helpful, but let's see here. No, I don't want to debug right now. Get tracer span dot set attribute. Let's see here. The debug story here for Dino is still a little weird, I think, in VS Code. Like, I have to actually, what do I have to do? I have to do inspect break still, I think. So, like, let's try this. I just really want to see it, but inspect dash brk. Okay, yes. Now I gotta go into, where is it? Let's open up another one. Then open up the dev tools, and it still uses V8, so so you still get the tools here. So that's cool there. All right, and it's always kind of funny. Well, not funny, but it makes sense that you're using the Node.js tools. Let's look for. Let's just let it run. So F8, and let's do file index.ts. There we go. And then let's just add a breakpoint. Cool. And let's refresh this. Okay, so let's see what we got here now. And I don't know about you, Fuzzy, but like I think newer devs aren't aware that you can debug like Node.js or Deno in this case. Uh, in the browser dev tools, you get that little green Node.js icon, but they're both using V8, so that's why you can. I know Bun you can't because obviously it's using what is it? Core script core. What's Bun based off of in WebKit? I forget the name of it, but anyways, they have like dev tools. But okay, so really all I want to see here is like what's in span right now. So let's open that up. Yeah, okay, hotel span. Okay, there's not much in here really. Let's see here. Span dot get attribute, maybe. HTTP. No, that doesn't like that. Okay. Spider Monkey. Yeah, Core.js, that's what it is. Spider Monkey's Mozilla. Uh, but yeah, I just wanted to see if this would give me something, but let's look at a few other things here. I mean, I can look on the side here too, actually. I don't need to. go here, but like, and just for folks, if it didn't sink in, so I basically ran inspect dash brk. You can do the same thing with Node.js at the command line, and then basically you get this little green icon if you open up your dev tools, assuming you're in a Chromium based browser, and you click that, and then when you do inspect dash brk, it just stops right away, and then you can let it run, or you can put breakpoints. If you just do dash dash inspect, it just runs without stopping initially. So basically, I did the break. I just let it run, and then the index.ts was available, the file we're working in, and then I just added a breakpoint here. But yeah, I am confused. So the extracted context, like, okay, it's a symbol. Okay, request. Yeah, I don't know. It's got the right stuff like trace parent and trace state. Um, I guess I'm not sure what's happening in terms of like why that's span attribute. Well, HTTP routes there. So let's just let this run. Okay. And let's come back to where we at. And I'm gonna have to wrap up soon. But let's see here. Let's zoom that out. Uh, boom. Okay, that timed out because I was debugging, which makes sense. Whoops. Let's just get rid of that breakpoint. Let's disable it. Okay, let's play. All right, there we go. There's our marquee again. Where did it go? Hello, marquee. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, so that works. Like we've seen this a couple times already, but if I come back here, we are getting the trace parent and stuff. It's logging that. So the the span appears to be configured properly. So the thing is, I gotta scratch my eyeballs, but I would have expected it to be within the other ones now, like in the I don't know. Is it still called a babushka doll when you take one out, one out, one out? But anyways, let's come back here and let's just go to Jaeger and let's rerun. So there's this unknown service. This is the last 5 minutes. Yeah. So these are the gets, and I just want to see. Yeah, I feel like the act like this is definitely coming from Dino because like it clearly says Dino, but I don't see the other stuff. Like we've got this and this. So let me actually do this. I get stuff like this in Jaeger, but not the span I defined in index.ts. So you're getting a single span tagged OTEL.scope.name Dino, kind server. The span name is get blah blah. This suggests that OpenTelemetry Dino integration is auto instrumenting the service request via Dino serve, but your manual one isn't being recorded, likely because it's not being activated properly in the trace context. Okay, so what am I doing wrong? Okay, so okay, I'm gonna paste what I have right now. This is what I currently have. I'm 95% there. That's great. But, it all doesn't matter if you don't have that 5%. So, okay, so fix the logic inside the span context. Okay, so we're getting the headers properly. This is the trace parent so that we can wire it up properly, so that you can see it in Jaeger, making weird hand gestures. Okay, so we got the context, and then is that what I don't think I did start span. Request handler, undefined, set some attributes, return context dot with trace, sure. And then the request span dot end return response. Okay. It looks good to me, but is this like all one big hallucination? Tune in. It does not appear to be a hallucination. Interesting. Oh, I gotta stop this and let's go back to watch mode. Okay, there we go. All right, let's see what happens now. Let's go back to the Dino. Books are awesome. Yes, they are. All right, cool. Now let's come back here and let's do find traces. Okay. Okay, there we go. Now my thing's showing up in there. Nice. Okay. So little cleanup here. Obviously, this is a useless thing here. I do that sometimes when I'm looking through logs. I don't know if other people do that, but okay, so that's wired up properly, that span. The one thing I want to see now is can I get like the whole thing here? Like, let's see here. This would be not Pomerium, proxy maybe. Yeah. Okay, so let's do this. Let's go find traces. No, not the proxy. Sorry, authorize. Sure. Let's try this. Okay, let's try and find one. Jaeger local. No, that's not what I'm looking at. Dino. Here we go. So we did it get. I don't know. I don't think my unknown thing is gonna be in there, but let's see. Could be some more work. Authorized data broker. No. Okay. No, it's not in there. But tag proxy. No. Okay. Still got to work on that, but I think I'm gonna wrap it up here because I do have to. Well, this is work related because part of my job, just learning stuff and digging in. But uh, I'm happy though that we got to this point where if we go, I know it says unknown service, but let's do find traces again, and pretty happy that we get this now. And Nick was here, so we could do something a little more compelling. So like let's get rid of that and uh book ID. This should be yeah, get the actual ID. So let's do oh yeah, there is none. Okay, cool. Let's see here. That's good. And I don't know what else could we do. I think that's good enough for now. This will make for a good blog post actually because I can talk about how you pass the trace context to through the headers in Pomerium, which we saw over here, and then basically the app that you're securing can get access to those headers. And in this one, I'm using Deno as an example, and then basically I'm getting the trace parent and the trace state and those are we're getting this extracted context and then I can use that to create my span. So that's all good. I just need to see how I can get it into that whole fold over here, because like ideally what I want is I want to be able to say like show me the whole thing here including that Deno trace. That's what I'm looking for. Like if we go into, where was it, I forget where I was, but I was in Envoy, sorry. Boom, and then we can see here, not Jaeger, Dino. Yeah, I basically just want to find it in there, and drill down. That's the goal. Yeah, the master trace. Yeah, you know. So, anyways, thanks for hanging, everybody, today. Thanks, Dylan, and everybody for the raid earlier. Appreciate it. If you're not following Dylan, DMM DM Mulroy. He's a great follow on Twitch. I love all that he does on his live streams. He's big into effect. That's something I got to get back into. Is well, well, not back into. I didn't really do too much. I hung out with Michael Arnaldi last year to talk about effect, and we did a little bit, but I kind of want to dig into that too some more. Anyways, OTEL is great, and I'm pretty happy with the progress I made here, even though this is nothing production wise. It's just this is gonna make for some good content for a blog post, I think. All right, peeps. I will see you in the next one, which will be next week because I'm heading to San Francisco tomorrow for slight mini offsite with my team, and I'm also going to the MCP Dev Summit in SF on Friday. So if you're at that, come say hey, hi. Don't be shy. Just say hello. Uh, Aside from that, if you are in SF and you want to meet up, drop me a DM or something. All right, peeps and Fuzzy, have a great trip, bruv. Yes, I will, man. And take care. And looking forward to hanging. See you later, peeps.